name is Maria Fantappiè. I'm a researcher at CREA, which is a public entity researching for agriculture in Italy. Specifically, we are the Center for Agriculture and Environment. And we are participating to the project MRV for SOC, which is an European project that is studying specifically on carbon farming and on MRV systems. So some systems that can be used to monitor the ability of soils to stock carbon and increase the stock of carbon. Since we are here now in Fagna, which is nearby Florence, in the countryside, we have a long-term experiment which is running from 1996. So we are studying different management practices, so dealing with cultivation of mice. So we have 24 plots in which we study different combination of rotational mice or monoculture in combination with deep plugging or shallow plugging and tillage. We have effectively found out that so-called minimum tillage, which is no more plugging, so no more moving the soil, so no aerating the soil, can really effectively store carbon. And we have verified that we can also monitor and model this variation using modeling. We put the input of biomass that you have from the crop, from fertilization and so on, and then you model the stocking of this carbon in the soil. And we have seen really that this stock has increased having minimum tillage compared to conventional tillage. We have a positive impact on the climate change, so we mitigate the climate change. And at the same time, the soil organic carbon content improves the fertility of the soils. Actually, I am really passionate of soil. I think that anyone who has gone through Tuscany knows that we have very beautiful countrysides with very beautiful soils, different colors, very beautiful landscapes. And so for me, the soil was something that I really loved since my young age. So then I decided to study agronomy, but among all the topics of agronomy, for me, the main important one was really soil. Also because I think that the soil is somehow, because it's hidden, we walk over the soil and we do not appreciate how much is important for our life. If you do not have soil, you do not have food, you do not have water, you do not have biodiversity and all the other functions of soil. So for me, the soil is really like the most important thing. This is an international project in which we are working for, I don't know how many countries all over Europe. We are also working with different kind of environment and the land uses. And so for me, it's interesting to see also how this implementation of the carbon farming can go from one land use to another completely different. So for example, we were in Oslo, Norway, and there was this very big tower, I suppose 20-meter height. We were going up to the tower and looking to this forest. And so for me, it was interesting also to see how in the forest sector, they also really measure the impact, not only in the plants, because everybody knows the plants and the plants store biomass, but also for the soils. I mean, in this moment, first of all, we are for us that we love the soil. In this moment, we have two very important laws in Europe. One is carbon farming, for example, and the other one is for the soil health that was recently approved in these days. It's very, very new, brand new one. And it was a very big achievement because it was a long period that us as researchers for soil, we were struggling to have a law to preserve the soil. And so for us, this is really a moment that we have to make a party for the soil.